Hello, so now we've got change the subject when there's 3 steps. Now this is the hardest, okay, and it is tricky. Okay, I won't hide that from you. Okay, but it is, I like it, but I'm not going to say it's enjoyable because what I might find enjoyable, what you might find enjoyable might be two different things. Because I love maths. Okay, so we want to change the subject to R. So here's R here. So R. Now I've got R times 5 because I've now got 5R. So times 5. Okay. So if I've got R and I times it by 5, it looks like that. So that's right. And now I'm going to divide by 6. Because 5 times R divided by 6 looks like that. And then we've got this subtract by 2. Good. So that is right. And that gives me the V. So 1, 2, 3 steps. To get R as my subject rather than V, we reverse the process. So V, opposite of subtract, times. Opposite of divide, opposite of subtract is times. Add. Oh my, right, opposite of divide is times. And the opposite of times is to divide. As you all sit chuckling away at me. And that gets me R. So, for R, we're going to have V. The first step, add 2. Then times by 6. Put the bracket. Or remember, if you prefer, you can do 6V, add 12. Okay, so times by 6 and then divide by 5. So all the way across 5. Or all the way across 5. I'm going to do another example that looks very similar. Can you see that the only difference is this divide goes right across, this one doesn't? It does make a huge difference. So I still want R to be the subject. And I'm still going to times by 5 first. Because R times 5 is 5R, and that's where I'm starting. Now this is the bit that changes. We're going to subtract by 2 next. And then we're going to divide by 6. Okay. So the only difference between those two is they're changed. Okay, but it makes a huge difference. And that gets me B. Okay, now I want R to be the subject, so we'll reverse this process. So B, divide by 6, times by 6. Subtract by 2, you're going to add by 2, Miss Todd. And times by 5, divide by 5. And that's going to give me R. So R this time, I'm going to times V by 6. Then I'm going to add 2. V times 6 and 2 all over 5.